there is no benefit to shutting down the government to the American people, and we've got to get to a point where there is agreement, whether it's on a short-term continuing resolution and/or movement on some of the appropriation bills, where there is generally consensus on defense and homeland security. And for all of us, I think there is an earnest effort among members to try to move towards some agreement to keep government open and to get to the table and negotiate with the Senate. Thanks.
We want us to fund the government because it is incredibly wasteful to have one of these shutdowns in which on paper we're shut down, people stop working, but in fact no money is saved and everyone eventually gets paid. I've been here for many of those. We don't want to have that again. The Speaker's made it clear that he'll bring the vast majority of the votes. And so one of the questions I hope all you'll ask is, ask the Democrats, why would they not fund a continuing resolution of President Biden's historic spending level? So at a minimum, when the CR comes up, why wouldn't they vote for it? Why wouldn't every Democrat vote to support his president and the continued opening of the government? And if you have over 200 Democrats, I can assure you just committee chairmen and old people like me would more than make up the difference. So we wouldn't be talking about a government shutdown if the president was saying to his own conference that they should all vote to continue his historic spending.
Shutdowns are stupid. Shutdowns don't serve the interests of this country. We need to do everything we can in a responsible way to avoid a shutdown. Overwhelmingly, members are committed to that. Time is very short, and I think we need the big boys and big girls to step up and really work to get a lot of progress done. The next couple, 3 days are almost indescribably important to whether or not we're going to be able to get our work done.
Would everything include a clean CR? Would you support a clean CR?
A clean CR is not going to get Republican support.
A lot of stuff's not getting Republican support right now, so it's looking like it's going to be a shutdown or the CR. So I mean, how are you going to? Yeah, you're going to have Democrats for a CR.
I think there are lots of alternatives between a shutdown and a clean CR. I think a lot of very thoughtful, hardworking members are pretty heavily engaged in talking about what a CR would look like.
I'm excited that Speaker McCarthy announced that we will be staying in Washington starting next week for as long as it takes to get the government funded. That's what I'm excited about, and I know we'll get the work. If we're going to be able to do our job, we need every single member in our conference to show up and face everyone else, and then we can work out our differences and fund the government.
I think that it's regrettable that there can be this government collapse. The collapse of so many programs and assistance for people across the country. And to go back to decades worth of investment, to go to levels that are unrealistic, could lead to that collapse, government collapse. And to have extreme forces running the caucus, the majority caucus in the House, is a frightening thing for the public across the country.